Rightio. Welcome everybody to the Peasants Podcast. Join us around the fire as we talk about the game we all love. DayZ on console has progressed over the last few updates. We have seen what the community could do with the tools they have. On the podcast, we'd like to explore the world of DayZ through the eyes of our guests and viewers. From streamers, server owners, console coders, and of course, the players of the game, the people on the ground. We want to know what your experiences are like and how you think the game could be improved. Our panel is made up from players from all walks of life. I'm the Greedy Peasant, a content creator who loves to promote DayZ on console. SmileysgotaGun, our social bug. Mr. Adkcue, our survivalist. And Mr. Noah, our young gen. In the chat, you'll meet Queen Peasant. She controls our chat and is the voice of the people. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to the Peasants Podcast. So today we have some guests. Our panel is made up, obviously, of our usual guys. We've got everyone on board, but we've got Orpheus, Gingerella, and Spud from EU PvE. They're going to be sitting down with us and having a chat. As I said, we do have some footage of the new gun, and of course, a little bit of the ambient sounds that are going to be released on 1.2. 5. And we're also going to talk in our group combo about what are the features that define a server theme. So between roleplay, PvE, deathmatch, boosted, hardcore, vanilla, all are words used in servers' names and advertisements, but these don't always fulfill what the server is actually defined as. So we want to know, when you think about these, what that defines to you. So we're going to delve a little bit more into that. Of course, we're going to sit down one-on-one with our guests right at the end. But let's get on with the show. Rightio, we've got a full house today. First of all, we'll do our introductions. We'll run left to right. So on the end here, we have Gingerella. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Then we have Orpheus. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
In the blue next to that beautiful hat, we have Spud.
Hey, how we doing?
Our thug of the show, Mr. Q, looking fresh.
Hey. Good morning. It's good to be back after a week's forced break.
That's it. We were all alone with Noe last week. Never do that again. Never. We got our interrogator. Police personnel. Smiley's got a gun.
Morning, boss. Morning, everyone. Morning.
And down here, our legend himself, Mr. Noah. He's
fishy.
He's in one of those moods today. It's probably like 3 a.m. for him, so hasn't slept all week. So he's just seen some interesting stuff. But I'd like to welcome us all to the Peasants Podcast. We've got an absolutely wicked show lined up. We've got a couple of things we want to show you first off before we dive into the world of community servers. So, experimental 1.25 updated with finally the ambient sounds. Have you guys tested any of the ambient sounds yet? Have you had a run on experimental since the last update? Of course you have.
I have.
As soon as it's on, everybody's on there. Yes. I can't.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing all week. Listening to ambient sounds on experimental.
So, a bit skeptical on the sounds. I was a bit skeptical of what they would bring. I think it's a nice touch. It's very in the background. I really had to turn up the stream to get everyone to hear it. From the footage I tried to capture last night, you can barely hear it in the VODs. So it is very faint. Randomized. Not everyone gets it at one time. So it's not like it's playing server wide, which I thought was a bit up and down. So I can have it played in my screen, but you don't. So if we start fighting, I've got the ambient sounds and you don't. So there's I suppose a differential between what's happening around the server. We also noticed it was random. It wasn't at any particular set time. It wasn't in a set pattern. It wasn't like one of us would stop and then another person would start. It wasn't following any pattern. So we're not sure how it's triggering. It was pretty cool.
So it's attached to the player.
I'm not sure. To me, it seemed to be attached to the weather. There's a few times where it transitioned to a stormy weather and changed across time-wise when it got darker. We'll give you an example. I've got one here. So it'll go through here and then it will... It's actually playing right now and I'm trying to get Stream to listen to it.
Yeah, so
But I have to actually turn it up in my settings to be able to hear it.
Can you hear it now? Hey, bro, this is the ambient music. Can you hear this? See if I can turn it up.
It is really quiet, eh?
It is really quiet. But did it work? Yeah. Yeah. It really did work. There's a few spots there, especially when I first logged in and I was getting water and it was quiet and the sun was hitting that and they threw the ambient sound. It really does take that little emotional escape.
Yeah.
There is something oddly majestic about that.
Yeah, it has that.
So, yeah, whether it's
that's trippy.
beneficial or...
I'm still undecided on whether I like it or not, to be honest.
Yeah, so am I. As I said, some parts it kicked in beautiful. I've got an echo somewhere.
Yeah, someone's got the stream up, I think.
Yeah, someone's echoing. Might be Noah's head. Yeah, go Noah. You gotta take your face mask off so we can hear.
Yeah, so to the ambient music, yeah. I think it fucking sucks. It just takes away the DayZ feeling. DayZ, when I think about DayZ, I think about fucking quietness and death. That's it. Just quiet and death. That's
Quiet
DayZ.
death.
Yes.
It does.
But I
Dance
agree.
around doing
Fit
music
in.
with your death.
I agree, Noah. It does take away a lot.
Yeah, but it's
I'm assuming they're definitely gonna add the option to basically turn it on or off.
yeah. You just turn the
Just
music
imagine
off.
being in a PvP situation and
Yeah.
just the ambient music turning on.
Well,
while
that's
trying to listen for footsteps.
That's
so-
what was happening. We were getting attacked
Definitely
by
not ideal.
Zeds, and two of us had the music going and two of us didn't. And even Undead, he was getting a bit, you know, what's going on? Like, we're trying to talk, you got this music in your ears, and it might be something that you got to get used to.
Oh, it's distracting.
Yeah, so it was a
Yeah,
little
right.
distracting.
I definitely hope there's gonna be an option to turn it off. In my opinion, it's not something I would like while I try to focus on footsteps or all kind of things like that.
Oh,
Definitely.
true.
100%.
I agree.
Oh, so we
100%. You just
we
turn the
don't have
music
the
down.
so we don't have the option.
Yeah, you just
Oh,
turn
you-
it, you
oh,
just
you
turn
can,
your music down. Like most of us had to turn our music up. I don't have the music on at all. So
Yeah, I
I
don't-
actually had to turn the
me
music
either.
up to.
But is it like a separate option to turn it off, or is it
No,
like in the main sound?
it's just
like...
part. It's just part of the music's side of it. So you got three
Yeah,
options:
I would
master
say
volume,
in-
character volume, and music, or sound effect volume.
Okay, okay.
I don't need to remember, Greedy.
Is it in options?
Right here.
I think. Hang on, let me
Yeah,
see.
right there in audio.
Yeah.
So I got the music down, effects at half, and my master volume at 3/4. So we actually had to physically turn the music setting up to hear it.
I'm not sure.
I
if
think
I
it's
do
one
of those
music
I'll have to
personally.
play with. I'm not sold on it, but maybe once I've
Yeah,
played
I'm
with
not
it and
sold.
actually experienced it, I might change my mind.
Yeah, 100%.
I think
Yeah, but if it-
again, it's
Yeah,
one
can
of
we
those
just-
things.
Yeah.
Sorry, Smiley. You go. You go.
No, you go. No, go. I'll go next.
That's what happens when they don't
I
have
think
a,
it's
they have
one
a
of
week
those
off.
things.
They're not in sync.
We're a little out of sync.
That's
Yeah.
They're desynced.
I just don't understand why they're adding something like ambient music where there are a lot more other things that they could have been working on.
Yeah,
Build mechanics,
I think it's separate departments.
for one.
Yeah, I think they've got sound and effects guys in, and to do with I think it's natural environmental sounds as well. So they've got a sound department now. So I think it's more the fact of that you'll find that sounds will come through in a big force because it's easy enough to find the right sound file and attach it. They don't have to do much else. So you probably find we'll get a large wave of these new sound improvements, new run-throughs.
Well, I mean, they did say that they're going
I
to be
think-
overworking all of the gun sounds,
Yeah.
which would be nice. I do like that idea.
I think they kind of mentioned it in the patch notes, though, where they said they're trying to rework all the weapon sounds and all that. You can kind of
Yeah.
see it with the new weapons they've added, with the DMR, with the SKS sound rework and all that kind of things.
Yeah, 100%.
And see, to be fair, now that's something that I don't mind them working on. Something that actually sounds great and works with the game, rather than just adding in ambient sounds where you can say right now almost 80% of the people will just turn them off.
Yep. Or not even know
Totally
they're
agree
there.
on that. For me, ambient sounds, it belongs to single player games, not to a multiplayer game like DayZ, my opinion.
Well, yeah, especially one that's focused on
Yeah.
realism a lot, you know?
I think it works like if like you're exactly, like it should trigger if you're at a certain place, like, ooh, here's a scary cave, here's the ambient music, ooh, you're at boss level, or you're at, here comes, that's normally
That's
how
it, you're
like,
flashing.
sounds
So
are
put
sort
some
of
panicking
triggered,
music in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, really
exactly.
hype it out.
Yeah, but that's what I was just going to mention before, just getting back to, like, because you said that it was, the ambient sound wasn't across the server, and that, so you would hear it, but no one else would hear it, and the next minute someone else would be hearing it. So it has to be attached to the player in some way, right?
Yeah. Well, even when you were uncon, you could hear it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. It was like you're getting triggered by the weather or the time of day, but it was attached to the character only.
See, that's another thing as well. Like, for people who make like content, like, these guys have an awesome, TikTok following that.
100%.
Yeah, have to make sure you turn your music down, because, like, you don't want to be making like a funny clip or something, and next minute there's this ambient sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's gonna like fuck that up.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Yeah.
But you saw how much, especially in that clip, how much I had to turn it up. Like that was full volume from pulling from the Elgato to get that sound to come out. It is very faint. It is very faint.
Yeah. Okay.
But when you get that silent moment in DayZ, you really hear it. Like it takes over. When you sort of, the wind blows and no one's talking, or you walk into a building, you can really hear it.
Yeah, so I guess if you're a solo player, you know, and you're trekking through the woods and you're having a fire in the middle of nowhere and it's nighttime, it'd probably be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's where I could
You know
see
what I
it
mean?
from.
Like,
I
I think
mean,
it'd be
Yeah.
circumstantial. Yeah.
well, even pushing it to these guys, you know, is that something on a PvE server that would actually go quite well as well?
Um, I wouldn't. I don't like any other sounds other than the game sound itself. I find the game sounds without music would be more immersive.
Yep.
And I think immersion is a big thing for especially RP servers, but PvE as well sometimes because people like to dabble with a little bit of RP on PvE servers.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
But I think if it was more linked to actions within the game, so if you were entering PvP or if there was an animal coming to attack you and then some sort of, you know, sort of slightly scary music started playing, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
But if it's
definitely.
just random, it just to me doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, so
No, I
they should
agree. I
really
think
maybe... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think I agree with the point you made earlier, though, that if somebody's just in it and they're a lone ranger out on their own in the middle of the forest, that might add something to the game for them. But I do agree with Ginge. If you're playing multiplayer, running around as a group, you probably don't want the ambient music. But I haven't experienced it, so as I said, I might change my mind. You never know.
Yeah, same,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, true. But yeah, like Ginger was saying though, like be cool if they actually did attach it to like, you know, like the mobs or like you know the bears or the zombies, you know, more sort of when they're getting into range of a character or close to even like if they had it attached to a place like when you rock up at Northwest Airfield, you know, or Tizzy or somewhere
Yeah.
where there's
So,
you know,
so it'd be like if you're going into the
Yeah,
bunker.
definitely sounds like a great idea.
yeah, or go
Yeah,
Yeah, I
into
I
the
think
agree.
it'd be
bunker,
so
like
much cooler like that.
Yeah, because
definitely.
you've got the
Yeah.
ambient sounds inside the bunker, which is scary as shit.
Yep.
Oh, I love those sounds. I must say, I really do love the bunker sounds.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, my
Yeah.
first instant was at Cherno when I first logged in, and I noticed it once I was sitting there drinking at the well. So when it kicked in and I was drinking at the well and it was afternoon, it really hit on the money. Like it was like, yeah, okay, I can see
Right.
where this goes. And there were certain points that I'm like, okay, I really like this. And there were certain points where it was like, shut up, I'm trying to listen. So it's going to be one of those things. Is if you
Yes,
enjoy
Noah.
it, you'll get into it. Easy, far away.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I think they suck, you know. I think it's not like DayZ. DayZ is just a quiet game, and these ambient music, like it's just random shit, you know. It's just random sounds, and yeah, it's just random. I don't like it. I tried to kill a chicken, and I couldn't hear the chicken because of some fucking sounds blasting in my ears, and well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool, you know, when you like in a moment where you slowly walk up to the peasant with the blowtorch in your hand, and then the ambient music kicks in, and you're like, hey, that's pretty sick. But sometimes you just want to talk to your mates, and that music is so fucking loud because maybe it's just me, but it's it takes. I could imagine it takes away the player experience for new players, you know, to get in and there's this music, and they think, what the fuck is this shit? Doesn't even make any sense. I hate it, and they just leave.
Did you have a
Yeah.
point there? They got no idea what the purpose of the music is, and it echoes in, and they're like, "All right, I'm out. I don't know what's going on. I got a boss coming. Is something coming? What's happening?" It's just more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't much change in the music. There was a few variations, but I think a few more run-throughs of different time zones and maybe areas to get a full perspective of it might be the way to go. See how that goes.
Yeah.
But
What about the intro
you guys
music?
know what I mean, you know.
Yeah, we know what you mean. Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, but no, but DayZ is just a quiet game, you know. Music doesn't make any sense in the game. It's just quiet and people and quiet, and yeah, sun, and then there's some sound going on, and you think, nah, that's not it. It's not it. It's interrupting my lovely, I don't know, metal song or something, and you think, ah, fuck yeah, gotta turn it down again. Or yeah, to the thing, to menu music. Yeah, it's all right. It's actually kind of good, the new one, but the old one's just a banger. It's just so good.
That's
You
it.
sit there in the loading screen and you think, ah, that's a good song. I'm gonna listen to it like twice before load in, just once.
Now, boss, is there new fucking music for the main screen?
Yeah. Main screen
Oh,
music's
shit.
completely changed. If you go on experimental and just load it up, you can listen to it. It's different.
Yeah, I'm actually
It's different.
might run through this afternoon.
Yeah, have a
Do
little
some
run through it.
experimental.
Speaking of experimental, we've managed to track down the new gun. Oh, it's delicious. I think you'll bin your VSD after this one, Mr. Q. As a Mosin man and a 762 man, oh, it's chunky. So I'll take your attentions to the stream.
Yo, there's like.
Oh.
Oh no way!
Oh,
Look
okay.
at that.
Put it
fat.
down.
That's
Put
what
it
I did.
down.
Put
Put
it
it
down.
down. Calm down. We just want
look
to.
at
Who's got the mag?
Someone's got a mag.
I don't
I've
have
got the mag. I've got
Where'd
the
you
mag.
find that?
Oh, you got the face.
I was in that VMC place in one of the barracks.
Oh, score.
No
Oh
way.
wait, don't you have an electrical repair kit? Because actually, hold on, I've been holding on to this
I
for
do.
this moment.
I
What you
do.
got?
I got
Yeah,
a,
yeah,
I
I've
got
got
one.
electrical
Fuck yeah,
repair
I
kit.
got one
Right
right
here.
here.
That's a
Right there,
rangefinder.
Greedy. Yeah, I don't have mag.
Oh,
Okay, first up.
oh, that sounded sick.
Hey, Peasemt. Here, I'm dead had one.
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
had one right here.
God damn, that sounded good.
Are we all still here, or has the server crashed?
Hey, the rangefinder?
No. Everyone's listening to the stream. The new
Yo,
guns on there.
there's like.
Bad.
It gets like that. Everyone, it does happen, but
Oh no way!
Oh,
it does like get freeze framing. All right.
I love the recoil was so little.
Yep. So she was pretty
Oh.
cool.
Is it like the DMR, that sound? Is it like the DMR sound?
Yeah, it's got that real punchy sound to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 10 mag fed can take iron sights, can take ACOG scopes, can take suppressor bottle, 10 round mag. It was pretty good. It was pretty good to shoot. We actually took it out to Northwestern Airfield and shot each other through tyres and seen how much damage it was, put plate carriers on and see if you could drive a bullet through how many of us. And yeah, it's a machine. It sounds good.
How did it go with the plate carriers?
It dropped. We lined 3 of us up with plate carriers, and it dropped the first guy unconned. No problems at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Nice.
it's quite big on the back. It's quite huge. It's probably equivalent to the Mosin. Actually, it's probably bigger than the Mosin.
Ooh, VSD size.
Yeah, I think
Like
it's
chunky boy.
big chunky boy. It might be even a bit bigger than the VSD size. Another gun to the collection. Nice little sniper rifle. Is it needed? I'm not sure. I think it's just a tidbit they threw in because they had it rolling. But it was pretty cool. It sounds all right. You're not going to be quiet with it. So yeah, that was pretty good. Any thoughts on the gun? Any?
Yeah, it seems to echo. Has a nice echo, like if you're shooting across a field or something, have that nice echo.
Yeah, you'll definitely recognise it on the
Definitely
battlefield.
love the sound of it, but for me, honestly, about the the thing is, if it doesn't equip a hunting scope, it's not worth it. I know it's all
right,
about
man.
personal
I like the
preference,
hunting
but
scope.
this is just
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been
To be
saying
power of the
it every
hunting
week.
scope, nothing can
I
beat
want
it.
a fucking Picatinny rail so we can put any scope on any gun.
Oh, just look about how you use your duct tape, so you just duct tape the fucker to it.
Foxy.
Yep, an improvised hunting scope. Why not? Why not?
That's it. With
Give
terrible
us
aim.
something like other than the NATO scopes, basically.
Welcome,
That's all we're
DayZ
asking for.
Nerd, and the other
Like,
DayZ Nerd, Mr. Josie
Well, I mean,
Garfunkel.
we haven't had a new scope release for a long time. The only one was the 8-time ATOG, which isn't a very good scope as it is. It's all good and well giving us guns and ambient music and stuff. Fuck, work on some scopes, some different scopes for us. It'd be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
You know what DayZ
Yeah, I agree with
excuse
that.
has been for that is basically they're working on something better. So hopefully, towards the end of the year, we're gonna see it. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, far away, Noah.
Wow.
Not gonna lie, it's just my opinion, but the thing is, I definitely hope DayZ is gonna come with something out towards the end of the year because this update kind of seems like, we got, the ambient music and the new gun, but that's pretty much it. I know a lot of the people around the community has been disappointed with these new additions. So I just hope they definitely gonna come with a new map or something
That's it. September,
better
October.
towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Peasant's got a 20 on it.
We've got to
Exactly, yeah.
remember. We've got to remember every year that the second update usually is just a bug fix,
Just a
and
filler.
fixing update.
Yep.
You
Just
know,
a filler.
It's like that every year.
But I guess people would love more the fact that they would
Yeah.
focus on the actual bugs instead of just adding items to the game. Probably not gonna work right in the end,
Yeah.
I'll go with that. Yeah, I'll go with that.
I just want to be
Instead
able to
of
put a backpack with
X
stuff in it
and
in the
gun.
boot.
Yep.
Yeah, that as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Yes.
Pick up everything and
Yes,
throw it in the
agree with
boot.
that.
Yeah, I don't want to have
I
to
wanna put a
empty
player in the
bags
boot.
and jackets. Yes. I want to throw one over my shoulder when they're unconscious.
Yes,
Drag them.
yes. They're the things that we want.
Yep.
Fuck your ambient sounds. We want to pick up a player and put him in the trunk of a car and drive off. Then we can see
I don't
again.
know. I don't know about that, but maybe take him to cover. No, what do you want to say?
Oh, yeah, sorry,
You got to take
rescue.
your mask off. Yeah,
Rescue them,
rescue.
sorry.
You take your mask off.
Yeah.
Definitely for rescue reasons.
No, we broke him.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
But even if it's not rescue, how much better would it be to take a hostage if you could throw him in the back of a car and take it for a drive? What an experience
Oh my god.
of the person in the boot
Yeah.
just
Imagine.
looking at the boot
Imagine,
lid
yeah.
as it drives around the
It's all
corner.
dark.
Yeah, that's it.
Or you just see the little, a little bit of light with the, outline,
Yeah, little
it
cracks.
doesn't quite shut properly or
That's
something. Yeah, a little
it.
crack.
And they get worse as the car gets damaged.
Imagine.
People shooting up the
That'd be so-
car, and you just you hear all the little bullets, ping, ping, ping. Now that would be cool.
That would be cool. That would take it to
But
the
I'd
next
love that.
level. Even if you
Yeah.
couldn't put him in the boot, even if you could just grab him and put him into the car. Or physically move the
Ooh,
person.
actually.
Yeah, even during
um,
PvP, if one of your teammates gets downed, you
Yeah.
carry him on your shoulder
Yeah,
if they're uncon, take him somewhere. It adds something to the PvP as well,
Yeah.
as well as the RP side, I think.
Yeah, true. But
Even
is
just-
there Vigor? I was watching that Wobo. That blew my mind, by the way. I'm sure would probably. But that Vigor, can you pick up plays in that or not? It's more of a solo thing, isn't it, Vigor?
I don't.
I don't know. I
think
haven't
Oh,
really
I
played.
don't think it
I
can.
haven't played it for a long time. It's been a long time since I played it. It's a good game.
Mm.
But, hey,
Yeah.
let's just hope that Wobo is right, because God, I don't think any of us could go without his videos.
Nah. If
True.
we were talking about the videos, if you haven't seen it, it's the latest one where he talks about the winter map, the crossover between the release of Vigor on PC, which is what they think that DayZ Unite is. Having 10 of the influencers of DayZ head out to the headquarters they think that's the release of a new or Vigor on PC, but incorporates a Scandinavian or Norwegian ice map, which we may get either parts of, some of, something along those lines of a winter style map. From all the run-throughs that
Yeah, that's
I
really
do, I reckon winter map, island style, September, October. That's if I was to put my money on any of it, that's the best bet I could put. Something to do with a winter or a snow style map, and around the September, October time.
Yeah. Oh, I can't
I mean,
see
it
them
kind of makes
releasing it
sense
while
because
it's...
Daisy has been teasing us with basically snow update. Even on their Twitter, basically they put the snowflake and all that about. So that's definitely leading us to think about a snow map anytime soon,
Yep.
hopefully. And not to
Well, no.
mention, Bohemia also owns basically Vigor.
Yep.
So could make sense that they're gonna try to basically merge everything together or bring some of the aspects of that game to Daisy.
Well, I mean, we do
Well,
already have some of
yeah.
the items from Vigor here. The kitchen timer is a Vigor item.
Yep.
Yeah, the kitchen timer. Yeah, I didn't
Never
know
knew
that
that.
until I watched that
I
that
didn't know that.
Wobo. Yeah, you guys should watch that. It's really really cool. It's
Oh,
in
I've seen that
Greedy's
video, yeah,
Yeah, he
definitely.
does
Yeah,
his
it's
I missed
so
that
research.
cool.
bit.
He does his research.
Honestly, in my personal opinion, I think every game deserves their own Wobo because the amount of time and whatever he puts inside his videos is just crazy. It's just
Yeah.
crazy, man. Like it just brings Daisy to another
Yeah.
level. Like
I
his way
Yeah.
of tearing things apart and explaining everything, like in such easy words, is just crazy. Like I think every game deserves someone like Wobo, definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I definitely agree. He does some absolutely fantastic work, and I think he also keeps you hyped for it.
Yes.
You know,
That got me
100%,
hyped.
100%.
That got me really
Yeah.
hyped for massive snow
I've never
clips
seen any
and
videos that go so much into detail about a game like Wobo does with Daisy, and that's just crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
He must have no time outside. He must never play. You know what I mean? He's just always testing. Last time he played was like 7 years ago. He just tests, research.
But
Just
then it's like we say many times with people that are building maps and map creators and server owners. It becomes a game in itself doing stuff like that. So I could see it as researching into everything could become just as fun as playing for some people.
Yeah, 100%. And it's the same with map creators, server owners. You get a different sort of thrill out of being a part of that particular mechanic, whether you're producing the latest, fantastic build, or maybe it's you've discovered a new mechanic like the exploding Zeds, or you've made that server that's just exploded onto the scene, and you can't keep enough slots on there. It gives you that, I suppose, extra thrill on top. Especially when people are playing your server and getting into it and having a good time and enjoying it, and you get those little messages. So sometimes you get a little bit more out of DayZ if you take down the other lines. All right, so we're going to move on to our next little topic we'll run about, and that is what features define a server. So where this led me into is on last week I played the new Karma Crew server, which is the PC crew coming out to the console world and putting their little spin on the console take of DayZ. Obviously, there's a lot less you can do on console than you can on PC. Their particular server, I believe, is a UK server that's classed as hardcore 1PP. I ran through it, and I didn't find it very hardcore. To me, it felt like official plus, just missing the fruit and the mushrooms. Which brought me to, and we'll talk with VA Pete from One Life when we run through the server about the different styles of classification and what makes that server that particular brand. So of course, roleplay is quite easy one. You know, roleplay, the Discord defines it. It sets a law, it sets a character, it sets a set of rules. You have servers like a deathmatch, which is a small zone that's allocated to complete PvP. But a lot of people get hardcore definitions, PvE definitions, and even the simplest as vanilla definition. Coming from a PvE background, you guys at the UPVE, what do you think in your server defines it as a PvE server?
I was just waiting
Maybe
to
I'll
see.
start, shall I?
From the point that there's a lot of people around the community that don't actually realize what vanilla and hardcore is. The point I'm trying to make here is definitely as a community server, you can make a server a lot more hardcore, or you can make it like less vanilla as possible. Like, we often get the questions, especially on our server, is, I've looted all Northwest Airfield, server is vanilla, but I should have come out with at least a few decent guns. But people don't actually realize that basically, if you think about it, like, as DayZ has changed, the thing is, like, the best loot now is gonna spawn inside the guest area.
Yep.
It's gonna spawn around the convoys and all that. We often get that question that, people expect that basically go around on a Northwest Airfield run and just think that they're gonna come out fully kitted out of nowhere. Like, it's just not gonna happen. You just need to grind for it, I think.
Yep. So when they walk into a PvE server, they think everything's going to be handed to them, or it's going to be one run, you're done, get on with the game, rather than what you guys have defined in your server, which is the loot that you require. You actually have to go and work for and run the same procedures and run the deeper procedures to get better and better loot.
Yeah.
And I will agree with you that a lot of people think that a PvE server is just a walk in a park.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like the definition, like that basically you own your own community server, and you know how basically you can manage your loot to be on the server. So if you truly would like to make a super hardcore server, you definitely can make it a lot more harder than vanilla actually is on community.
100%, 100%. Yeah, you want to speak to
I think
Gingerella?
people
Yeah.
just don't realize that till they dive into it and just see that basically a community server, a hardcore one, can be a lot more harder than actually a vanilla one or any other official one.
Always, always. Can there be a different style of hardcore from one that simply is a little bit harder than official to one that's like nearly impossible to survive on? Or does that all get classed under the one banner of hardcore?
I would probably just.
I guess that
class
totally
as a-
depends
as
for
hardcore.
any kind of person, because that you can, for example, remove the canned food, you can remove all the fruits, you could basically leave people to just go hunt for their food and stuff like that. You could also mess with the temperatures, make it where basically they wouldn't have to light a fire every 5 minutes. It all depends up to you on how you want to run your server and how hard you want it to be for your players.
100%, 100%. And does that go the
Yeah,
same?
just take everything away. Okay, there you go. See how you go.
I think the most
We called that
the
the
most
neg
dif-
server, didn't we? I think the neg.
The next
The
server.
neg server. In the negative, yeah.
the most difficult thing I think PvE servers have to contend with is keeping people interested. So if you hand everything to people who aren't necessarily into PvP, where they're likely to lose guns and it goes back into the loot pool, people, once they've looted, if it's just handed to them and there's no grind for anything, once they've looted, they've hoarded, they've built their bases, they've hunted, they've, got everything they need, then what is left for them to do? So you have to then keep considering sort of events you want to do and how you're going to balance the loot, which I think Orpheus has managed to do I say our server, it's Orpheus's server, but it feels like it's ours. But it's just trying to keep something there for people to do constantly.
Keep the entertainment
I think
factor high.
We've got a good, I think we've got a
Yeah.
good balance on EU though.
I
would
do
agree with that.
I do agree that with PvE servers that it's a constant feed in for the admins and owners to provide the entertainment.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, a lot of other
Yeah.
servers don't have to do the events. They don't have to do that because the entertainment is fighting between themselves, or like in a hardcore, you're on the brink of death consistently. That you're not even thinking about other players. You're just like, where's my next meal? Where's my next drink? How am I going to keep warm?
Yeah. I think there's something, this is the beauty with DayZ though, there's something for everyone, especially when you're looking at community servers. So if you're not necessarily, you don't mind a bit of PvP, but you kind of enjoy the player interactions like myself. And I'll always get stuck in with PvP, but I'm trash and, I'm not good at it and stuff. So I really enjoy the being able to run around and pick and choose by using our PvP zones when I want to sort of get into a gunfight and stuff. You can chill that way. I think for me personally anyway, a lot of either vanilla servers or no rule servers tends to be straight KOS.
Yep.
And I personally get frustrated with that because I just think there's so much more to the game. There could be a whole sort of various different ways you can have runs, and you can really make it something. But when it's straight KOS, to me it's just a bit I don't know, boring, I guess, after a while.
And
Yeah, I
just
agree.
Yeah, especially if
We've
you're
got
trying to
people
meet
on
up
the
with your
server.
mates. That's frustrating, isn't it?
So we've got probably two types of people on the server. There's obviously more, right? But we can break it into two. You've got those who join who want to do PvE purely. They'll go out, disappear in the middle of the forest, build a base, and the only time you see them is when they turn up to trader to sell pelts from their hunting trips. And then you've got the other guys who are more running up the streets, talking to people, and then if there is a PvP event or a driving event, racing event, whatever event we put on, they'll be the group that always turn up to those events. So they're probably the two classrooms you can put those groups of people in.
yeah, nice.
But it works for everybody.
Yeah. So, so from what I take from that, a PvE, the server itself is more for people who want to pick and choose the scenario they want to be in, because you've got your PvP zones. You can go and hang out in that area and fight, but if not, as you say, you can be the bloke out in the bush hunting pelts. You can be the guys socialising in the street. I don't think any other classification brings that to light, unless, of course, you add a little bit of RP in it. So if you add a little bit of RP into it and people start becoming characters, does the PvE server turn into a roleplay server, or does it still carry its PvE tag?
I think that depends if the role play is map wide or if you have an allocated location for that.
Ooh,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
100. That's
100%.
that's another factor that, yeah. So in a PvE zone, in a PvE server, you can even have role play areas where people can go in and just delve into a little bit of role play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've always found that RP and PvE sort of go hand in hand really, really well. I think it's just
Yeah.
purely that the gameplay style works well with each other.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think it just
Definitely.
comes naturally, with like especially with the if you playing for the social aspect, the RP just sort of comes out naturally, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like just that
Yeah.
good organic RP.
Yeah, I love that. I love that organic RP.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
the key, the key to wrap all this together is just making sure that your rules are well defined and people understand what the server's about. Whether it has
Yeah.
RP, no RP, PvP, no PvP, as long as everyone understands what happens and where, then I think you can have a mix or just PvE or just PvP. Don't suppose it really matters.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
facts. Yeah.
no, I like the end of that. I think that's the key thing to take away when you're choosing a server is, even though it may be classified as X, Y, or Z, definitely do your research into what it's about. Ask the community what it's about. You might find some with RP zones, PvP zones, safe zones, trader zones, all sorts of areas. I suppose the Discord is what defines your server, I suppose, the most. And really and truly, there isn't a real classification when it comes down to what you put your server under. You might start it off as a PvE and it flows into an RP server. And you have no control of it because the community takes over.
I love
Yeah,
that. I
sometimes you
love
definitely need to
seeing.
just run with the flow, 100%.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
definitely have to be
Yeah.
adaptable.
Watching a community turn a server into something, I love that. It happens quite a bit, doesn't it? Where like, yeah, you can just give them this like whatever, and then next minute, just because of certain groups that will join and the way that they play, and the next minute your server becomes something completely different because of theirs. It's really cool, actually.
100%.
Yeah.
And I've seen it a few times.
Social experiment.
Social experiments, 100%. That's what we run. Social gaming experiments.
Yeah.
Daisy, Big Brother.
That's it. Put the cheese
Yes.
down and,
That's
and
true.
lure our
True.
little rats into our maze.
We will break them one by one.
That's it, 100%.
But I think
So,
we've seen that play out on the EU PvE though, with the community side, because we've now got car dealership that a player on the server asked if he could set one up, Orpheus set
Yeah.
him up with a location for it. That runs itself. We've got another guy who wanted to have a pawn shop to compete against the trader, set him up with a location. He runs the pawn shop. We've got others on there as well. We've now got a team who are asking if they can be medics and roam the map and offer their services, taxi drivers, you name it. And these are not our ideas. These are
Traders.
ideas from people from the community coming forward and saying, can I try this out? I think people would like it. We give them a go. If it
Yeah.
works, it continues. If it doesn't work, then we try something else.
yeah.
And it's not even just
love
that.
that.
Like we've had a request to have. So we have like 2 purge weekends a month where it's kind of KOS across the whole map.
Yep.
And then we've had a request previously where we could have one weekend every so often where it's total PvE, including our current PvP zones, and we've tried that, and so it's constant adaptability and trial and error, and just seeing what works and what sort of utilised the most on the server. And you have to be open. You have to be open.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's a big thing that you have to be listening to your community and listening to the players that's on there. And I suppose with them coming to light with your pawn shop and your car dealership, they're adding more entertainment for your whole player base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thing is, you need to understand that a lot of players that basically approach the game, we have a mix on our server, which basically is consisted about the more expert players, we could call it that way,
Yep.
and the newbies that basically they're just gonna try to approach the game and see how it goes. and we're trying to basically satisfy both sides. So we're there because obviously when a new player joins your server that never played DayZ before, and to explain them about I don't know about reading the map, reading I Survive, and all those kind of things, it's gonna be quite hard. It definitely takes quite some time
Yep.
for you to basically learn even where you are on the map on that time. So that's why we're trying to basically satisfy both options basically, which is gonna be of course the newbie players and the more expert players, definitely.
That's
No, I'd
all.
agree.
That's also the definite things that needs to be accounted for. Whether you you got to satisfy everyone, but that fine line between veterans and brand new players and keeping everyone satisfied. It definitely adds to the definition to your server and what your server's about. I think that's some of the experience that comes through. It is definitely a fine line to keep on your narrative that you originally start off with. But as we discussed, sometimes you got to merge with your player base while trying to hold your original run through. It can work for you or it can't. So just remember, it may say PvE, it may say hardcore, it may say boosted, but the player defines that, and of course get into the Discord, because the owner or coders may also have a definition of it that's different to what you think. But no.
100%. I think basically on every DayZ server nowadays, it's you who should have your personal opinion about it, because there's a lot that goes around about this server and that server and so on. I think the best way to try and understand if a server is worth it is just try it yourself. That's pretty much it.
Invest your time in checking it out. Spend a couple of hours on there. You can always never go back on it if you don't like it, but at least you've spent those couple of hours. You may find the home of your dreams.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. Alrighty, well, fat conversations. We're at the stage now. We're about halfway through the show, so we're going to kick off for our zombie bowling. Will the absolute lovely members of the EU PvE like to strip off? It's your turn, guys, to battle it out, to launch those cars and take out as many Zeds as you can. We're going to run up against a Stig. Stig will take care of you. So if you want to, we usually duck it behind here so you just know where it is. Drop your clothes down. You'll respawn up the top. Yep. Grab yourself a walkie-talkie. We just roll it on the normal one, 87.8, so we can hear us. 3 turns, and it's whoever takes the most infected out. We've got a few surprises up there. Yeah, shoot Noah first. That's it. Give him a restart. That's it. He's
Oh, this one.
oh, I was going to do it.
He's going to do it himself.
That's it.
No. Sorry, buddy.
They're warming
Not how
up.
we work around here.
They're warming
You can't
up.
take that away from us.
That's our life. Ours.
Hello. Is this
Hello.
thing on?
Yep. You are loud and clear.
Yep, very good.
You're just going to let us
can you
know
hear
who's
both of
coming
us?
down first.
Yep.
I guess at this point you want to share the card. You want to go for it? I don't mind.
Nah, it's one each. It's a competition, but
One
a
each.
battle between the admins and
Okay, one
owners.
each, one each.
100%.
Okay,
This is cutthroat competition.
Yeah, we want to, peg us against each other,
That's
man.
it.
We want to make us into enemies.
That's it. It's a battlefield out here. A battlefield.
Competition's on.
Grumpy OG, welcome
Wanna have some
welcome
bets
everybody
here?
to
I've
the
got
podcast.
Ginge. I reckon she's
We've got the
this.
guys from EU
Yeah,
PvE
she seemed keen
out
at the start. She
here
mentioned.
having a chat.
It turned my radio off when I got in the car.
we're currently
I nearly killed myself jumping out.
rolling our little halftime show, which is what we call zombie bowling. The idea is they need to take a
Alright,
car
place your
from.
bets in, people. Let's go. Oh, that's right. We're not allowed to
I
advertise
got
that
my,
on here.
I got my.
Sorry.
Notice the car
I got-
doesn't come
Wink,
with any
wink.
kind of water and stuff, so I guess
Yeah,
we're just gonna go.
Just
and
jump
risk
in and
it,
grab.
huh?
You won't. Trust me. You won't even be able to use it. It won't die on you when you just roll
Are
it
we
down the
good to
hill
go,
and
or
launch
should We
it.
still wait. That
No.
is the main question.
Go. You just have your 3 turns and just let
Red
us
Sox are
know.
coming in for you then.
Yep. I got my money on Spud.
Nah, Spud can't drive. Spud can't drive.
I don't know. Just.
Yes, yes, I
Spud
think.
can't
I mean,
drive.
Orpheus has got it.
Oh, if he's got the money on horses.
Oh my god, my car's stuck on the hill.
Yep. There we go. Who got down first? And you just drive flat out and launch it. If you survive when you land,
Not
and your
some
car's
damage
good.
waiver or anything.
Nah. Oh, got it.
Oh, what a landing.
That's it.
Yes. That was that.
Last
was
thing
that.
I saw before dying, at least I got one, so I'm happy with it.
That's it.
Go on then, Ginger.
That's it. Orpheus is on the board. He's got
Thank you.
one. Who's coming down? You don't have to wait either. You can come down together if you really want to.
Technical issue, eh?
That's it. Oh.
Let's have a car spawning on top
Who
of
was that?
Damn,
Have
Like-
to say that.
that's a sweet landing.
Yeah, they got
Sorry, the Olga.
1, 2, 3.
This can only end well.
I can only end one way. Going back up.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Apparently all
Yep,
money
yep,
on your spot, so make us proud.
yep.
I don't have a
Alright.
radio anymore, but I
Yeah,
can still hear you
it
guys.
glitch. It glitches out. It's weird like that.
Yeah.
Which is the good thing. You only need a radio once.
Hey, do we need to off Orpheus there so he can respawn?
Yep.
Oof.
Oh,
Can't just... You want to do the...
No, I
you want to do the
respawned
honors?
already. I'm all good.
Oh,
don't
shut
worry.
My road done it.
oh.
Oh God.
Done it.
Playing Tiddlywinks.
What happened with these cars over here? Have I got another go? I have another go.
Yeah,
right?
you got 3 goes.
somebody
3
needs to
goes in
kill me.
total.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know who did the furthest jump.
Uh,
I think it might have been Noah.
Can someone come and kill
That's
me,
when I was
please?
about to give up, so...
Where are
I
ya?
guess
Where
I
are ya?
can.
Red Olga at the bottom.
Right over at the
Ah,
bottom.
Smiley, can you get a view on him from there?
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
I know
I
if
get
it's here and I can't see
Oh.
it, Greedy, but if you
Oh,
accept
so
suggestions,
close.
I would definitely recommend the Gunter, mate, like for this challenge.
Oh, definitely. There,
did
there
we
is
get you?
Gunters up there.
Are you
It's
dead?
up near the big,
Yeah, yeah,
in the
I'm
middle. There's a Gunter.
Leave the Gunters alone. They're mine. They're mine.
That's it.
Ah, my bad, I'll go for it then.
That's it. Take it all.
That's Ginge for you trying to cheat, huh?
There's no cheating on
Hey,
here.
they're there for everyone.
That's it. There's no cheat. We don't
Really,
have
we
rules.
took it already.
You can even run over your own people that are driving around. You can bump them on the way down. As long as you
Oh, shit, I
launch
just,
that
like,
jump 3 times, that's all you need to do. Whoever got
Alright,
out.
I'm on my third go
Bonus
now.
Yeah, on your
points if
third
you
go.
are. Bonus points for murdering Smiley.
Right,
Oh, skip over.
Oh!
Oh shoot! I crashed on the hill on the way down.
That's all right. That's not a
Oh, yeah, you get
count as
10
turn.
points if you hit one of us.
Oh yeah. You make it to the TikTok.
Alright, here we go. Humpy time.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, look a little.
that didn't go.
There's an accident on the pitch. Oh, one's going through. Humpy coming down too. Oh, they might survive. They're still good.
I'm not even sorry, Spud.
If your car's still good and you can drive it after you land and you're up on the
Right,
podium,
yeah,
so you can keep driving. You drive it till your car's dead.
Oh,
So whoever's in the ADA,
Don't respawn respawn if you're
Get out the
uncon.
road.
Don't
Yeah,
respawn
don't-
if you're uncon.
Don't
Wait.
respawn. Just
Yeah.
wait it out. We can take care
If
of
you
you.
land,
This is
that
not
is.
going to end well.
Oh, clipped it on the way through. Oh,
This is not going to go
Nah.
well.
No. Clear on the front.
Speed. Uh-oh.
Woo!
Jeez. Ah! Ah! Ah!
I got my last one to take it.
That was
Oh, that was
close.
my third. I didn't die. I'm still here.
Right.
It's down. Yeah, it's down here.
Ginger, I'll give you a lift on my last run if you like.
I am. I'm down at the end. I've done my 3 guys.
Alright.
Ooh. Told you I'd win. Told you I'd win, Spud.
Oh dear.
Come
Yeah.
on, Spud. No pressure.
Looks like I had some technical difficulties.
Oh, who just broke their leg?
all right, here it
Comes
comes.
another one.
Here it comes.
Do I have another run, or I just need to come back there?
Once you have 3.
Whee!
Oh, is he still alive? Oh, doesn't matter.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. He rolled off. As long as you have,
Nice.
as long as you've had 3. If you had 3 run downs, just grab a
He
car
looks a bit-
down or come down
Yeah.
however you can.
He looks a little bit broken.
Yes, I'll
So
go
everyone's
with my
had
third
3?
run at this point.
All
Yeah.
right. So Orpheus still got a 3rd run.
Oh, does he?
Yep.
Oh,
Go,
Okay.
Cheap.
go.
give me a lift off.
Don't bash stuff. Get your ass back up there. Here he comes. The last jump of it. Can he take the title? It's the only person to take the title over.
Take out Q. Take out Q.
oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh.
So close.
He very. I tell you what,
Nice landing.
I'm impressed. That's twice he's landed on that platform.
Ah.
But that's
I
it.
don't know, but
That's
I
all
can't
over.
skim the top of my beanie.
That is all over. Gingerella
That's
does
something
the
that didn't work out that well.
On the
Anyway,
win.
On my way back.
on the win.
Oof.
Oof.
Felt that vibration.
That's it. Oh, look at the stage. Lovely
that was
decorated. Oh, no, it's back.
There always there's dead Noah zombies.
The fascination of the necrophilia that happens on this game. Let's eat everything that's dead and do nasty acts to it.
Yeah. Oh.
Ah!
What?
Bombs on the exploded.
Yep, they explode here. They explode into flashbangs and they explode into grenades.
Looks like Orpheus has been doing some run time.
That's it. There's plenty of. This is what we
Oh.
like about it. We get to redecorate the stage.
Oh, Noah must have had to go. He's ended it.
You have to go.
I think so. He was giving me hand signals to make sure you keep the fire going.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, you got the responsibility.
Yeah. See, I still know how to read his sign language after all this time, even though he still speaks. He was looking at me, he's like pointing and picking up the logs and then putting on the fire. I'm like, okay,
Like-
I got this.
If you put this out, lady, I'm coming back for blood. I'm coming back for blood. Oh, after
I've
dinner?
been given
Enjoy
so much
dinner.
responsibility now.
I know, now you're in trouble,
Hugh, if you're
bruv.
talking, I can't hear.
Oh no, I'm not talking. You're as bad as bloody
Oh.
greedy,
Sorry.
alright?
He just has that look of he's saying something to you, isn't it? He's like
Yeah,
giving
he
you that.
comes on to you and he
giving you
nods
that-
his head like this. He goes,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
He's forgot how to RP.
Right.
He's had 2 weeks off, forgot how to RP.
I've forgotten how to DayZ completely. And how do I say
speak.
hi? Oh, yeah,
That's it,
how I
that's
say
it,
hi.
beautiful. Yep,
Oh,
100%.
So did we have a
Alrighty.
conclusive winner on the bowling?
Oh,
Yeah, it was
100%.
me.
100%. So our victory taker today was Ginge. She gets the win.
Oh my God, thank
No
you,
way.
thank you.
Yeah.
My
Thank
bets
you,
are on,
guys.
Ginge. I had a vibe, man.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Spud, you
Thank
cost me
you,
family the
guys.
house.
Thank
We'll talk about that afterwards. But it's the
Fine,
glue
fine.
factory for you.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you guys. Ginge. Not gonna forget to mention that every single day now. So basically,
That's
just
it.
thank you.
Think
That's all I
about
have
it,
to say.
guys.
That's it, you
Think
just
about
think.
it.
TPP Zombie Bowling Expert.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
This is the point where I take a step back and I allow my co-host to take over the show. Co-hosts, fire away.
That's us. Oh, would you like me to go first or you go first, Q?
Well, I'll go first because I'll stick with my tried and true questions for these ones. We haven't had them on yet, so
Okay.
all right. EU PVE. We'll start with Ginge, all right? So Ginge,
Oh
the
God.
thing I like to know from all of our contestants we have on, I call them contestants, is where's your home in DayZ? Where's that one spot that you always seem to go to build to live in?
Oh, I think everyone knows. It's Seoul Docks. It was my first ever base in Seoul, and that was on EU PVE. My first ever base in DayZ ever. And it's that nice big warehouse. And I always build it nice and big, and we take in the waifs and strays. And yeah, that's my home.
Oh, so nice. Yeah,
Nice. It's a
what I
nice
have.
little
Yeah.
social town,
Well,
actually.
I have a faction. I run a faction, and we're called the Pink Panthers. And our slogan is, "We put the soul in Seoul." Just
Oh, I like
Oh.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
These boys are just jealous because they're not that imaginative. See.
Oh.
No comment.
At least it's not cabby.
Oh, well, hey, look, Cammy is like an old favourite of a lot of people. You can't diss Cammy. Everyone loves a bit of Cammy.
She's a little like you, bruv. She likes to take in the strays.
Yeah, I know. I was actually thinking that we should tee up a run. See how many we could get. See how many stray cats.
Well, can
we
I
could
just say
get.
though,
big
not
cat
calling any of my
ladies.
faction members currently strays. I love them all.
Yeah, we could be crazy cat ladies together.
That's it. Just have a whole heap of freshies.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Alright. Mr. Orpheus. Good question for you, man.
I'm
Where's
afraid-
that one spot in DayZ that just takes your heart? You love to build there. You love to live there. It's home.
Well, I guess everyone back on UPV knows that my favorite city and place on the whole Chernarus map is just Chernogorsk. Basically, I just love it. So all my bases is basically just gonna be next to it. I just love it. It has everything that I need, and just happy with it.
Juno. Well, what
Until we need
area
to
of
go
Juno's
inland.
your favourite? Juno's
Was that sorry? Can you
big
repeat?
town. What area of Juno do you like the best? Because this is a pretty big town, Juno.
Well, basically, if you would have to take it that way, basically Cherno has a hospital, has a military area close by, has fire station, has literally everything that you might need on DayZ, so that's why I kind of love it, so kind of complete itself by its own.
He's a greedy man like me. He takes the whole town.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not just one thing.
I don't want
today.
to. I don't want a district.
Of
Who wants a
owning
district?
server, I guess, right?
Wants to be mayor.
Yes, indeed. And Spud,
Be gentle.
where do you live?
Well, I am a bit of a base haul, custom base haul. So each purge I have a different base in a different location. At the moment, I'm right next to Balota Airfield.
Boo.
And my first ever base
The rough
I
part
ever
of
built
town.
was on this server. I built in the middle of the woods, not having a clue how to build. I had to put a message out to ask how to build a flagpole. And then I consistently lost my base all the time. So now it's just safer with a custom base. I know where it is.
Yeah.
And then I made him move
I
into
feel,
a base near me.
I
Yeah.
feel about losing base all the time. Hence why usually you'll find me at GM. The only reason why is you can never fucking lose it.
Big white indicator. He's got the thing on the trolley for his base. The little flag on the trolley.
All right, I'll thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give you to Smiley.
Yes, I actually wanted to talk about. Thank you, Q. I wanted to talk about TikTok, of course, because I'm a bit of a TikTok whore. I have a bit of a thing for it, and yeah, notice as well. Congratulations, you guys. Not long hit the 5,000. It's pretty awesome.
That's hectic.
Hit the 5,000 followers. Every time, we have these people on, and I'm thinking I'm doing amazing, and having, my, pull my fat out and go, I've got 1,500.
We
and then we
have
get people in and
1,500.
they're hitting like,
We have
I
1,500.
say, we have 1,500.
1526 for me.
Ooh. Nice. And yeah, then you people come in and ruin it for us.
That's
and
it.
5,000.
Crush me
Anyway,
dreams. How do you do it?
Crush it. And so I believe I asked earlier. So it's Orpheus. It's you that runs the TikTok, yeah?
Yeah, I do indeed.
Nice. And do you also do the crossover as well? Do you do the upload to the? I'm only just touching on YouTube lately. So do you do the crossover to YouTube Shorts as well, or are you mainly just a TikTok?
No, I'm kind of trying to stick it only to TikTok for now, and we'll see how things will develop and go further on. May never know.
Yeah, because you're pumping out some good stuff, like we mentioned before about like you had that little like sort of, I don't know, I'll call it a series of stashes, secret stashes, seeing different locations around the map, or using different things to put your stash boxes in, which was really cool. One actually I have a question about is your bear ones. Have you seen the bear ones, bruv? Did you see the bear TikToks?
No, what's the bear TikToks?
Okay, so I want to know, how long did it take you to set up 100 bear traps?
Well, basically, that's something that that if you have access to DayZ Editor and DayZ platform itself, it's kind of easy to basically spawn in. So it was just kind of a test to see basically how it would run, and definitely was just for TikTok content, nothing more than that. Basically, it was just for fun after all.
Yeah, no, but when you can spawn them in, but actually sitting there and you had to actually set them, and you had 100.
I think every PC it's getting put under stress with that amount of bears. It was just a test to see how things would run, and definitely, yeah. As I said, I think the fact that describes my TikTok mostly is the fact that I'm Daisy enthusiast and basically try to share my TikToks, and I try to share obviously events from the TikTok, and just not much we can do. They're like through the editor, and also through basically the console itself.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, showing
So
a
what
bit
was
of
the
like not
sorry, but what was the TikTok about? Give us a little run through of what the TikTok was about. Was set 100 traps or
The TikTok was about basically 100 bears against 100 bear traps, and see how they would behave basically.
all right?
And I
Just
can
gotta
assure
make
you it
note
was a
on that.
total mess
Check TikTok.
basically. So you can imagine that already.
No, that's
it's really cool to watch.
that's true. That's truly for science.
Yeah.
What was the
definitely.
results? Did it kill? Did it take them all out, or?
As I said already, total mess, because you will never get them to behave as you would like, basically, to attack you as you would like. So
Very true.
I'm
Very
pretty
true.
sure
Take
the
like-
results you can see them in the video, 100%. So,
It was
Cool.
cool just to even see a bear get like, because we see him around, but how often do like just even in the just vanilla official game do you ever see like people use bear trap for
Bear
a bear?
traps, or
And it
be
could
there when it
actually
gets
be-
sprung. Because I just put them in hunting things and
Doesn't
Yeah.
disappear.
Doesn't it take like
as I said, that's
4
the
bear
main
traps
thing.
to kill a
Like, the
bear?
point is to try to get them to attack
Welcome,
you
welcome,
or end up
hamster.
in the bear trap as you would like.
Beast Ghost
and
Games, welcome,
most
welcome.
likely
Hey
it won't
guys, we're
happen,
just kicking
so,
off with the podcast.
Yeah.
It's good that we
Yeah,
have
very
those
true.
features to test it out and show it to people how they would actually behave.
That's cool.
Yeah, true. So yeah, so your TikToks, yeah, like you just mentioned, like for sites, you'll do like set up different things, and see what works. But then you'll also, do the spotlights on your server as well. One that was really cool was the Squid Game one. That was awesome. Is that that's one of your recent events that you've had?
Oh, that
Yeah, we
looks
try
so
to
good.
do at least once one Squid Game event every wipe. So yeah, that's definitely something that basically. I want to thank the G-Code community for the file. Obviously, we took that and basically modified it to our own needs, and tried to make it
Ah.
a little bit more harder for the community. But yeah, that's definitely one of our main events, and it's always been going strong. So definitely do it at least once every wipe, basically.
And
Oh,
it's
do
good for me
you?
if I
Okay,
help
so
out
that's an
with that
ongoing
event.
one.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can kill
it's
people when
going
they
on, yeah.
lose, and I don't get shot at back. So that's always good.
So that's your favourite event then, Chidge?
Well, one of them. We also do like a hide or die type event as well. So people hide, and then
Yeah, it's
you get
good
like
fun.
a couple of people going to look for them, and then you shoot them if you find them. And I've never been allowed yet, because Spud always steals my spot, to
Thank
go
you.
and seek them.
Aw.
Become a
Yeah,
seeker.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah, the events are always fun, and as I said earlier, we try and switch them up and keep them as fresh as possible. I think we did what was it like the lockers. What was that? What was that?
Oh,
called?
Yeah, we
yeah.
had the
Storage
Storage Wars
Wars.
event recently,
Storage Wars,
basically,
yeah.
that was quite popular. So yeah, there's also a
That was
video
good
about
fun.
it on my TikTok. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that one actually. I
basically,
wasn't sure if that was.
with every wipe,
yeah.
basically our server will wipe with every Daisy update, because we have more than 100 bases on the server, and it's kind of hard a Daisy console server to keep with everything together. So that's why we kind of decided basically we're gonna wipe with every Daisy update. Gives me a chance to add something new to the server every 3 months, basically, and keeps things fresh. And obviously, we also try to struggle as much as possible to keep things fresh for people and make new events every time possible, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Nice. We're gonna have to tag along. We have to bring the CC over to one of these events, especially
Events?
the Squid. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Squid
Squid
Game one.
Games.
We gotta get a heap of
More
us
than
on
welcome
there.
to anytime you want.
All right, well,
Yeah,
You-
sure.
you cat ladies link up and let us know when it's happening.
Sounds good.
Greedy, all I can say, you're already on our Discord,
Yep.
so all you have to do is basically,
I'll just keep an eye
try
on it.
and
I
catch
just-
up with things, and definitely, yeah.
I just keep an eye on the announcements. As long as you tag everyone, or if you tag me in it on Discord, it usually pops up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll let you know.
That sounds good. And I do have one last question, if you don't mind,
Yeah,
Bob.
fine.
Just my usual, like, well, not usual, or something recent that I've been asking, I guess, is about their gamer tags. Like the background behind their gamer tags. Like, why did you choose your gamer tag, and what does it
Oh, dear.
represent for you? So we'll start with Ginge, but I'm going to have a guess here, going by her character and everything.
No,
Why she
it's
is called
completely
Ginge,
wrong.
but-
It's completely wrong. It's completely wrong. Whatever you think is wrong.
She's a
So
fan
I
of
act-
ginger biscuits.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, so my daughter is redheaded, and a couple of years ago I bought her an Xbox, and she had this account. She wasn't interested, and I got into games and Daisy and a few other games and stuff. So I ended up taking the account over. So I am the Gingerella, and the original Gingerella is now somebody else. So that's how I ended up Gingerella. I am not
Ah.
redheaded. I have been redheaded temporarily at some point in my life, obviously Box Dayz, but we won't talk about that era. But yeah,
We all had one of
But yeah.
those eras, yeah.
yes.
It's called the wild season.
When you end up
Hate
with
to have been
bright red,
a redhead.
a bright red forehead and bright red ears, it's not great.
Oh yeah, the home jobs.
Yeah, God, red carpets and stuff. Yeah, not good, not good.
And how about you, Orpheus?
Believe it or not, my gamer tag has nothing particular, basically. It was one of the gamer tag assigned by Xbox itself. I
Oh,
kinda
sick.
stuck with it.
Nice.
Basically.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Special,
love that.
basically. I used to be
Wow.
Bonzer or Orpheus, and basically everyone started to call me Orpheus, and basically I just decided, alright, let me run by Orpheus with the gamer tag, so that's when I decided to change it, and this is how it's been for the last 2 years at least, so,
And
Yeah,
there I
nice.
was impressed because I thought it was to do with Greek mythology. Ugh.
Yeah, me too.
I knew you was a phony. I knew you was a phony.
It's like I'm not that romantic after all, right?
Right?
I'm
I
just a
even
simple
looked up the story
coder.
of Orpheus.
Just a simple coder.
Exactly.
And that was offered to you by Xbox. My offering from Xbox was like TKLM1793 or something like that when I offered it. You got Orpheus.
TK Max.
TK Maxx. That's my clothes. I'm wearing them from TK Maxx.
Everyone knows me as the
Bargain
Orpheus
bin.
now, so I guess it works for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
that's cool. And how about you, Spud?
I'm kind of hoping my full name, if you like, is Spud Gun. And it's because it's the first gun I had when I was a child.
Oh,
Hopefully you know
sick.
what one of those is.
Yeah, 100%. We
Yeah,
call them
it's
orange
my first
guns.
gun. Orange guns, yeah, same thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, for those who don't know, it's a little plastic toy. You push the end of it into a potato or a spud, and you pull the trigger and the air pushes the bit of potato out. You won't get away with it in today's health and safety
No,
mad
you're,
world.
you're talking
But,
about
yeah, it was
the
good fun.
handheld one. I'm talking about the PVC pipe.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
stuff
the
an
handheld.
orange in and fill with
No.
gas and use a clicker to blow, 300
that's
metres
a
across.
spud cannon, Mr. Peasant.
That's an orange gun.
That sounds like a rocket launcher.
All right, I'm
Is
out.
Noah wanting to talk? Noah's got his hand up.
I wonder how many people are Googling what is a spud gun right now.
Yeah, it's one that you press
Honestly,
in.
they do about
It's
do about as much
potato
damage as I
eye
do normal.
remover, I
If that
believe.
changes anything, I have no idea what the Spartan
Yeah,
is.
I believe it's a potato
literally
eye
is.
remover.
It's like you
Google
just
it, everyone.
you push it into a potato, Orpheus, and then it pulls out a tiny bit of potato, and then you can shoot that little piece of potato at
Okay.
people.
Yeah. The idea was
Yeah,
to
mashed
originally
potatoes,
take
raw,
the
raw
eyes
is
out.
Quite fun.
Yeah,
damn
hard
The amount of
potato.
time-
Great fun.
The amount of times I got in trouble by my mum when we were kids for littering them all over the lounge there'd be little bits of potato just everywhere. My God.
Biodegradable. Biodegradable back in our day, doing
Yeah.
our thing for the environment.
And looks like Noah here has a question as well, but I'm done. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
No, appreciate
Right, Noah,
Thank you.
fire away.
Yeah, so this is a question for everyone here, alright? Like, for all of you guys. Like, why are you playing DayZ? What the fuck made you play DayZ, and why are you still playing? No, it's a serious question, like, why?
Well,
So maybe I'll start. Sorry, just it's relatively quick. I used to be a COD player ever since COD 4 came out. And then I was looking for something different, and I saw a video running Man Z on YouTube, and I thought, oh, I'll check that out. So I went on official, played it for a few weeks, and then I saw an advert for EU PvE on Facebook. Joined the server. I haven't managed to escape. That's why I'm still playing. I do like it. So it's good
stuck
fun.
with
It's
me.
the community interactions. Yeah. No, it's the first person, funnily enough, I met playing DayZ and spoke to ever in DayZ was Gingerella. First person I spoke to.
Aww.
He's
Can I
one of your
maybe move into
strays,
the basic
Ginge.
Yeah, no, my
I remember that spud.
Yeah,
What the
right.
first person you met on the server? Remember that?
Yeah, when you said, come and meet me in Cherno, and my question was, where's Cherno? Yeah, I remember that conversation.
I think for me, the reason why I played it, and again, pretty similar to Spuds really, but I had a friend that brought me over and I hated the game. My first run was like 5 hours long from Berenzino to Prig. In 5 hours of real time, by the way. It took me that long to figure my way around the map. And then I got shot
Seems
by a stray
normal.
bullet. Yeah. Second run, I got knocked out, fed human meat forcefully on the coast. Quit the game for about a month. Saw an advertisement for EU PvE on Facebook, and I've got one of our mods, Elle. She's my best friend in real life, and I was like, "Oh, girl, like I found a great server. It's got everything we're looking for. Hopefully, we won't be chased and shot every 2 minutes." And that was a year ago. We joined, and we haven't left.
nice.
Honestly, to be fair, I mean, a little bit sentimental here maybe, but it is the server that made me fall in love with the game, and I probably wouldn't play the game if it wasn't for EU and these pair of numpties and the rest of the boys.
Awesome individuals.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you meant to say.
Well, we don't like to get too
We
nice.
fell
but-
emotional.
Harassing DMs daily if I'm not on.
Yeah, I mean-
Pretty much.
No, look, we have a really. I know everyone says we have a great community, but honestly, EU is fantastic. You know, it's just somewhere that's brilliant to be. I wouldn't play the game if it didn't exist.
Is there any
I know,
tissues?
you know
I
what?
think I need one.
Shut up.
That is beautiful because you do settle into your like, you know, the people that you meet, they become sort of like, you know, your home, your family, you know, and that's what you revisit essentially, isn't it? That you go back to. That's it. Like I play this game, you know, I jump on, I don't care about loot or where I'm going or what I'm doing. I just want to meet up with my friends, have a good time, you know, do some, you know, do some exploring together or do some challenges or whatever. Just have that experience together and, you know, have a laugh while doing it and a chat. So yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I think that's actually probably one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people play DayZ actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
100%. And also, just add to that a little bit there, like last night we got off after a 5-hour run, and even half an hour to an hour afterwards, I'm still laughing and giggling over the carry-on that went on for the last 5 hours as, you know, the four of us trekked from Cherno all the way up to Northwestern Airfield, shooting everything, carrying on, laughing. It was not something about being serious or, you know, making the whole silent thing. We just had a great time and basically rolled through the whole map laughing and carrying on.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like it, is there? There's a lot of games that are similar, but nothing quite like Daisy.
Nah, there's not.
That's right.
The floor's still yours, Noah. You just have to interrupt.
Same question for you guys. Like, Peasemt, Smiley, Q, Noah. Same question for you guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's
Well,
what I mean.
Yeah, so I play because of you guys. Yeah, we just say we just
Yeah.
That's-
Basically the same thing. To be honest, what's keeping me playing lately is this right here.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
I can kind of say it's the same for us guys. Basically, believe it or not, none of us used to know each other before EUPV came to life. So I'm kind of proud and happy at the same time that basically my server and our server all together managed to bring all us together, and we managed to develop all these kind of awesome friendships and the bond that basically makes us to just try and get better and better every day. This is what it's all about.
And you know your server as well is doing that for other players. You know, having the PvE concept and being able to interact, and you're actually creating worldwide friendships and really good friendships and little families just by having a server open and giving people that avenue to do that. So that in
100%.
itself is a beautiful thing as well.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
definitely.
Whoa, what, Noah?
he's got firing out triples.
Just speak, God
Jesus.
damn it.
That's it. It's super polite.
Yeah, so, I don't know what the fuck it is with DayZ, right? But, I've been not playing DayZ for years, but, when I was like a little shit kid, I used to play fucking mini DayZ on my phone. You know what that is? It's like the DayZ
Oh my
version for
God,
phone.
yes, mini Daisy.
I used to play that shit before I even knew what the fuck DayZ is, and then I got a console so I play DayZ, I don't know what the fuck it is, but this shit game just has been a part of my life for the past few years, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, and why I'm still playing it.
We've told you already, Noah, you can't leave.
That's
How many
it.
times do we have to go through this? Oh my God.
Yeah.
But you know the
not allowed to do
madness with
that.
Daisy. I say this.
Yeah.
How many times a week do I say this, guys? But if there was any other game that I played, even something as simple as like Sims or whatever, but anything else bugged or lagged as much as DayZ can do, I would delete it.
Oh, it'd be in the
But
bin months
somehow-
ago, yeah.
Yeah, somehow with all
yeah.
its bugs and its imperfections and
Jen,
all of
the
that.
thing
It's ambient
is,
music.
they're
And
not
just gotta
bugs
survive.
and perfections, alright? They're game features.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
DayZ just
Well, it's
got
easy
that
for them to
vibe,
speak, guys, because they not server owners after all. So, like it or not, I need to be there every fucking day and every single day. Liking it or not, I need to be there. So,
Yep.
it's kind of...
Wait, excuse me. Hi, you have a great, fantastic, amazing team of mods.
Yep.
Amazing.
Definitely have to thank all of you guys, because without you, definitely UPV wouldn't have come to life and wouldn't have been possible, and to the stage it is today. 100% thank you.
Yeah, no, definitely a shout out to the rest of the mods that we work with. They work,
Definitely.
play with, whatever.
I'll keep an eye on the post for my medal or fist, thank you.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
keep
I love that
waiting for
2 week holiday. I love that. I love that 2 week holiday in Bora Bora we spoke about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you become a
Keep waiting
millionaire.
for it as well.
That's it.
Oh God, I guess it's a 2 week holiday to Severograd then.
That's it. You think you're going that far, do you? It's Civet for you, Coast Rat.
I love the coast. It's a quicker journey home when I die.
Yep.
Yes, agree.
That's because we have a spawn in Seoul. That's why I like it.
Yeah, but I want the spawn at the petrol station again.
Our chat moderator wants to know if you could add a onesie into the game, what would it be?
Ooh.
That's the Queen Peasant. She always likes to ask the question, what onesie would you like to see in the game? It could be
Flamingo.
anything. A flamingo.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice.
I haven't had
Yeah.
that one before.
Flamingo.
For me personally, if it's something that I don't think it would interfere with Daisy that much, it would be bicycles, honestly.
No, he said onesie. Like, you know, the
Onesie.
costumes, like what the babies used
Oh,
to wear.
my
Yeah,
bad, my
Just
bad.
one
no,
I
big
totally
outfit.
misunderstood. Well,
You're good. You're good.
No, it's fine.
Ginge knows that
But
I
onesie-
often use this as an excuse, but you need to know, guys, that English is not my main language, so I'm kind of struggling sometimes to understand all of you.
No,
I'm still
that's
doing
fine.
my
Yeah, I
best,
feel
but,
you,
you know.
man. I feel
No, you're
you.
doing amazing.
And we're Australian, so
So
we
what-
don't even speak English. So you're doing extremely well.
Yeah.
I'm English.
No one
I
understands
struggle.
us half the time.
And we're not even going
If
to
you
talk
don't
about New
mind,
Zealand.
once again, could you repeat the question for me and explain it to me in
So,
simple words, please?
want to know in DayZ if you could have a onesie, which is an outfit that covers the top and the bottom in a particular theme. So you could be like a big dinosaur, a big flamingo, a banana man, anything like that. What would you like to
So like a
have see?
costume.
Yeah, like a costume. What would you like to see in DayZ as a onesie?
Probably if I have to choose, I would have to say, what was it? One of my favorite. You need to understand that I'm coming from a PUBG background.
Yep.
That's why I kind of got into AZ.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe something could sound stupid, but dinosaur outfit? Why not?
No.
Nice.
I want to see 10 people running down the
Love a
coast in
dino
dino outfits.
got the
Yeah.
short
Ten
arm
people
already
running
a
down the
T-Rex.
coast in a condom outfit.
Look, mummy, I'm a unicorn.
Go the
Yeah, I think,
unicorn.
for me, I'd be Stay Puff, probably the Stay Puff Marshmallow Man from the original Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Very
Nice.
cool.
Wicked. All right, that's my co-host takeover. We're going to lead nicely into our little in-depth.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
You want to chime in one
Question.
more? What is? You're getting a whole season worth of questions in one hit.
I know,
I'm
Jesus.
sorry.
It's going
I'll let you go. We don't usually get this many questions from him.
Yeah, how long is this thing gonna go?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that,
Get outta
Noah.
here.
You already got
Somebody
bored of
shoot him.
us, looks like.
Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up.
No,
Go make a
I'm
silk.
sorry.
If you want to go, you can go.
No, I had some
If you need to
had
go,
some
it's late.
You want us off, just say
potato
it.
soup
No problem.
earlier. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. It's just
I knew
just a
you're
question
cooking,
of
are ya?
time.
We've just got the
Yeah,
last
he's cooking,
section.
That's all.
We've just got the last. We've just got the
He's
last
ready.
section.
Got some
Just
in the
saying, I
oven.
didn't cook. I just ate some fucking cold potato soup. All right, canned potato soup. Just it's not
Who the
cooking.
fuck
disgusting.
eats potato soup?
Yeah, and out of
Leave
a
me
can
alone.
and cold.
Humans do.
Leave me alone.
That's called teenageism, and that's when you're super fucking lazy and don't want to cook, and you're just like, I'll just eat a can of potato soup. We've all been there. We've all been there after a drunk night.
Instead of doing that, just buy more beer and drink until you pass out, because then you won't have to waste that good potato soup.
Jesus.
All right. Well, let's not
You and your
delay.
fetish with potatoes,
let's
man.
let's not delay anymore. Do you want to give us a rundown on your server? What it's about? Your overall inspiration of why you built it. Take us back to the beginning.
Guess I'm the server owner. So
Yeah,
that
you
kinda
gotta. This
applies
is
to
your
me As a
question.
question, basically. So,
Here we go. All about
I
him
would
again.
say, what I must say for me personally is I've been a DayZ player for years now, and the thing is, might be an unpopular opinion, but something that I always struggle to see on other communities is the friendship and the bond that gets the people together, basically. And that's why it kind of brought me to the idea of bringing my own server, which basically is like, PvE with PvP zones, no base raiding, because I kind of wanted to give it a shot and see how it goes, basically. This is what it's all about.
Very nice, very nice.
I mean, often in
What can
the
I
in
look
the
for?
Daisy community, as I said, might sound as an unpopular opinion, but you
Never
often get
unpopular.
base raiding aspect, which is gonna be offline raiding, and I think it's something that we all of us experienced during our Daisy gameplay, which is something that I always hated because when you decide to build your base, you always try to, the aspects of it, like, how would you protect it, how would you defend it, and stuff like that. But most of the cases, it's just gonna happen that you get offline raided. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
On my server, I just decided to bring all that, which basically means the PvE with the PvP, without the base raiding. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Until
Go.
pre-wipe purge. Until pre-wipe purge.
Yeah, still,
Yeah.
Until
But I
pre-wipe
think the
purge,
thing-
where basically everything is allowed, and we allow everyone to unleash themselves and go crazy.
no, but that's
But I think the thing with any server, right?
yeah. Go
is-
ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say
No,
the
go,
thing
go.
with any server is any server can do the same events. You can copy paste events across any server. Any server owner can do that. What you can't copy and paste is the community on that server.
Correct.
That's what makes the difference.
Yeah,
And that's what
okay.
we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yep. You're trying to create a culture and a community within the server that that helps build the server internally.
Yeah.
Well, that's right, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
An event will only be as successful as your community makes it.
Correct.
Yeah, and for you guys to have so many awesome events, does go to speak of how good your community must be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think events are the hardest
No.
to get people. If you can get a lot of people to your events and they're successful and they roll smoothly, I think you're at the height of your success, because I think events are the hardest things to pull off. You know, you're trying to organise people around the world to get into one spot to perform one set of actions that's not going to take too long. We all know that DayZ drags on for a while. You know, you can go for a run that's a 10-minute run. It takes 3 hours with 10 people. By yourself, it takes 10 minutes. So I think if you can pull off a successful event, I think you've really got a good community there.
No, definitely. And we always encourage our players to suggest or even run events themselves if that's what they want to do, whether it be PvP events or PvE. We always sort of offer, they want to offer rewards and stuff, but they don't have anything. We all sort of, we're happy to, subsidise that and offer stuff up for them to be able to sort of offer out for their events. So
Yeah,
definitely, something we like to implement.
Yeah, you're not there to discriminate or to say, hey, you can't do this, or set guidelines. You're promoting your server and saying, listen, if you want to try something, we're here to back you up. We see your intentions.
Yeah. Yeah, no, of course, definitely.
Well,
Definitely.
these
And we
two
have
guys
had
here
that.
definitely know it. Sorry to interrupt, Ginge.
No, no,
Thing
you're
is,
fine.
we definitely accept everyone's opinion, but as long
Yeah.
as there's commitment, accept kind of everything.
Yeah.
We kind of try to get people into it. Like, if you're not committed about it, you won't be able to succeed. That's basically the main goal. We're trying to give everyone a chance as long as they're going to be committed to the subject or to whatever they want to do on the server, 100%.
Mm.
Well, there's a prime example of that when that guy wanted to do the fishing competition, right? Not sure whether that'll fly or not. We did it. We helped the guy launch it, and it was, apart from all the wellies and pots and pans I fished, it was actually a successful event, and we've done quite a few since then, haven't we? It's quite
Yeah.
a popular one.
Yeah.
For something so
I saw that.
mundane, right?
That was the barrels next to everybody with people just
Yeah.
rolling in fish, and there was heaps of fish everywhere.
Yeah.
That looked really cool.
And I mean, one of the good things about that as well, we always have one of our traders come down, and because we obviously, we buy pelts and stuff, they get Discord currency for that. So when we run events like that, in particular, we have a trader come down specifically to buy their fish there and then. So they also get like a sense of they're earning something as well as having fun at the event and, the community aspect of it. So it's kind of like an all-round
that's-
winner for everyone.
That's nice. So not only are you participating in an event, but even if you lose, you still earn something for your pennies.
No, of course, yeah,
It's going to
definitely.
be worth your time, basically, for
Yeah.
participating into that.
And we even
said
had
event,
like a
100%,
a competition for the most wellies and boots, Spud, so stop complaining.
Yeah, I wonder.
Oh,
But
Mr.
yeah, I mean,
QB
there's
on
always
fire for the
something for
cooker
everyone.
pots.
No, definitely. I mean, we try to just make sure everyone's happy and as we said earlier, just keep it sort of flexible and open-minded and just see where it sort of goes. But ultimately, I think Orpheus is happy to keep it as a PvE/PvP server with the zones and purge weekends, and it's worked so far for as long as the server's been up. So yeah.
Yeah, keep it on track, keep it on course. You sound like you've got a good ship that's steered in the right direction. Have there been any
Yeah, I
issues?
mean,
Like every
oh,
Dayz
sorry.
server, I guess it has its ups and downs, and I think it's something that we can all agree about it. Like,
Yeah.
definitely it's hard and it's a struggle, and it's a constant struggle to keep things entertaining for everyone, but definitely we're trying to do our best to keep the community entertained as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that leads into, what are some of the issues or problems you've had as being admins, moderators, server owners, with EU getting to the point it is? Have you had any issues over the course of time that sort of stand out?
People
And go,
locking themselves
oh,
in
we
their
remember
bases.
this time.
My answer is gonna be... Sorry to interrupt.
You're good.
I was about to say, my answer is gonna be something that I actually borrowed from Spud, which is basically... Thing is, we have over 1,000 people on our Discord server, and it's kind of hard to basically try to please everyone.
Yep.
As everyone knows, as much as you're gonna try on the Daisy community, it's always gonna be hard to please everyone. So it's kind of the idea. We have 1,000 members with different personalities and different attitudes. So our main goal is trying to basically, try to focus and give everyone's good time on our server, but sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not. It's just the struggles of a server, I guess, like every other server.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. No, definitely. You are going to get the ups and downs. It's just part of it. Is there any good moments that will, if you close the server today, that would, stay with you for years and years and years? Is there any particular moments or times that you'll cherish for, beyond the DayZ life?
You cannot shut that server.
Yeah.
I can answer that as well, if the guys don't mind here. I just want to have the feeling that I'm speaking too much and don't give them the chance to speak as well.
Oh, they'll interrupt. We're an open platform. They'll interrupt. They'll just jam in front of you.
For me, personal, if I know Smiley and the other Adkcue has watched my TikToks recently, and there is something that I posted recently, which is a quote that basically, I don't know who wrote it and what's not, but it's kind of go like this, and it's there's family, there's friends, and after there's friends that become a family. So for me, basically, that's what EUPV has become. And one of the testimony of the bond and all the friendship that put us together is these two guys coming here with me tonight.
Yep.
All the rest of the EUPV team that basically, as I said before, we didn't knew each other before EUPV came to life, so it's kind of for me like, kind of, I don't know, I'm proud about it and what has all brought to it, like, the friendship and everything all together,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
nice.
definitely. I mean, even just within our mod team, I mean, we have a large
And
group
that's
that is-
definitely something that's gonna stay even beyond the server. Whether
Yeah.
it's gonna last or not, it's gonna stay.
Yep. Nice.
100%.
I mean, we have such a large group of people we play with, and that includes all of our mods. We've all sort of built a really good friendship up. Obviously, just doing mod stuff, but we have a large group of players that we actually play with daily, regularly, weekly, and I fully agree. For me, it's become almost like an online sort of secondary family. Definitely. I mean, I don't know if you have anything else to add to that, Spud, but I'm going to start crying in a minute.
No, I think for me, it's to put it bluntly, it's just all the stupid shit we get up to sometimes. And the
Oh, yeah.
situations we find ourselves in. we have quite a track history of getting quite late at night. We'll say, right, we'll jump in a car and drive to base, and something will happen along the way. We'll crash and die, and we end up another 2 hours on the game for longer than planned. You know, they're the bits, they're the memories. You mentioned earlier, you know, you'll be there for an hour or two after stopping playing. You're still laughing, you're still chuckling about what happened.
Yeah.
That's the bits I like when I get off and I'll, you know, get ready for bed and I'm still laughing about something stupid that happened.
Yeah.
They're the memories.
Or if
I
you're
like.
trying to red dot a barrel and Orpheus gets shot dead at an event, that's quite funny.
And it is. It's those silly moments, those stupid things. Like we had the new gun last night, and there we are, Northwestern Airfield on a experimental server, holding up tires to see if you died, if you got shot all the way through it. Like, it's those memories that really, really make your team and get those bonds going.
Yeah.
100%.
This question is directed to more Ginge and Spud. What made you join the admin team? What got you involved?
Let you go first, Spud.
Go on, Ginge. No, you go first.
No, you can go first. Go on. You're not normally this gentlemanly. Come on.
I don't know whether I had a desire to do it at the beginning, but
Yep.
I was one of the players that was playing with the mod team that Ginge was talking about.
Yep.
And I built up a friendship with Orpheus. There was a trust there. You know, we played together for quite a long time. I had a conversation about it. I'm conscious that I have a life outside of the game, so I was a bit worried about how much time I'd have to put in.
Yep.
But Orpheus is, you know, what you can put in is what you can put in. There's no demand there. So I think the interest was I learned a lot from other players on the game, and now I wanted the opportunity to help others who didn't have the experience I now have, and that was my motivation more than anything.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. Hand over the information that was handed to you.
Exactly, like how to build a flagpole, which I didn't know how to do. Yeah.
And it's funny, those little things that
No,
you
I
go
think,
back on.
It is, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What about you,
I think
Ginge?
it's pretty much the same. Pretty much the same for me. I mean, I was on the server probably a few months, maybe a little bit more. Orpheus approached me. I think actually initially what it was, I had a neighbour in Seoul, and he was breaking quite a few rules, and he ended up getting himself banned. And I was at a party, and I kind of just was a bit no nonsense. And I was like, no, you broke rules, and I kind of acted like a mod, but I wasn't. And Orpheus was in need of a mod, and he asked me. But anyways, I think also I can't speak for Orpheus, but it was nice to see a female mod for female players. I've always enjoyed it on any DayZ Discord if there's been female moderators and stuff.
Yep.
Because there's not a lot of female players, so I know that was sort of something Orpheus, you know, sort of wanted on his mod team also. But again, for me, mainly it was just passing down that sort of knowledge that I'd learned. And just helping people, you know, because I get so much enjoyment out of DayZ and the sort of little family that we've built, and just passing that over to somebody else is it's kind of it's enjoyable. I enjoy
That's
it.
good. No, that is very good. Was there a process that you had to go to? Did you have to initiate them in Orpheus? Did they have to, you know, collect 1,000 pelts to become an admin? What was the little process of inducting
I guess
these
the
two?
best answer to that, Greedy, would be let them answer themselves. So I'll just let the word to them, honestly. if you don't mind.
I just got a DM after me sort of explaining to this guy why he got, you know, banned, and told him why he got banned. Orpheus messaged me and said, you know, would you like to be a mod? I was really worried that it would reduce my ability to just play the game how I wanted to play it. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you do have to kick into mod mode.
Yep.
Obviously, if somebody is breaking a rule or somebody's been killed outside of a PvP zone, that sort of stuff does happen. Rarely, but it does happen. Ultimately, it doesn't. And what I find is I get a lot more fulfillment from the game, meeting new people and helping them. Because as I said earlier, you know, I'm more about player interaction and all of that stuff. So, yeah, it was just a DM for me.
No, nice.
Just a DM.
Just you seem you have good interest at heart for the server. I'll take you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Was the same for you, Spud?
Yeah, pretty much. And I think I'll just emphasise it's the being dedicated to the server, being on the server for a while, getting to know the community, getting to know the other mods, and building up that trust and commitment that you can actually do the job and do it fairly. Because the main point of being a mod, with exception to whitelisting people, is ensuring that everybody can come on the server, play the game how they want within the rules, and feel comfortable and safe doing so, and also feel part of the community, whether they're into PvP or whether into PvE. We can keep everyone kind of together and playing fairly.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Very
So
nice.
so much more eloquently than I could.
No, but that also covers a few of the other questions that I had. You can obviously see the rewarding part that you get out of it and how much you guys like to pass that information, find a new player who's unsure and make them comfortable and give them a home at EU. You could tell by the admin team and the moderator team that, EU is a place for not only the new players, but veteran players. They'll be looking after everyone. It's highly involved. Would you like to give anyone a shout out for helping you guys along the journey? Doesn't matter if you're from the very start to now to, is there any, maybe there's some discords or anything like that that's helped progress EU along its tracks?
I hope you don't mind, Greedy, but I kind of wrote this down for me because it's a kind of a personal aspect for me, basically. And definitely there are a lot of people I would like to thank. I'm going to mention some of them, basically.
Fire away.
It's going to be LPV, it's going to be Wonk, it's going to be Crackdisc, Bandit, 40 Skills, Eager Bassoon, Dawn, Starkey, Rob Clayman. Basically, they all mods, admins, and traders on our servers. And obviously, I want to apologize if I forgot someone, but last but not least, I want to basically thank all the UPV community for being with us for all through this journey, basically, on the UPV, and hope to see a brighter future for us, and things will go on, and pretty much it.
No, beautifully said. Beautifully said. Absolutely beautifully said.
Can I add to that? Is
Yeah,
that all right
fire
with
away.
you,
Yeah,
Shemai?
yep. You guys, you want to add out?
I'd also,
you want to shout out?
I think we should give Daisy Nerd on TikTok a little shout out because he does play our server, and he has posted some videos of some of our events and stuff like that. So definitely a shout out to Daisy Nerd. Bexy, just because he asked earlier. Hi, Bex. And again, just our mods. He's like, you better give me a shout out, Ginge. Anyways, so there you go. You're happy now.
That's it. See what they do for you. See what they do for you.
Yeah.
Top tier mods here.
Just the rest of our mods and our players, because honestly, it wouldn't be what it is without everyone. And thank you all for putting up with my all of my rubbish that I give you, my crap jokes and stuff.
And your ginger hair.
My non-ginger hair.
Well, all I can say, definitely EUPV wouldn't have been what it is today without all these people. So 100%, 1000% thank you to everyone.
Yeah, 100%. So that falls anyone who rolls under that EU flag. I always like to say you can build the best server that you possibly can, but without the community, it just does not come to life. There is no blood in it.
True.
Definitely agree to that.
100%. Well, we've squeezed over our little time frame, so we are currently at the end of our. Before this, you want to fire away something, Noah? Before our, you would have seen on TikTok, bruv.
Yeah.
Top end of that one. Letting everyone know what goes on at our end of the match. Fire away.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Bohemia Interactive, you fucking assholes. You created the shittiest and best game ever. Daisy, I hate it. It ruined my life, but it made it better. Fuck Daisy.
Fuck your
Right.
fucking shit game.
Interesting. So if you guys
Alright,
want to
now
get prepared, get your guns ready. We're going to purge the server. The idea is to unleash whatever you'd like to on stage. Oh, that was
Oh,
early.
sorry.
the hell?
My bad. Oh, whoa,
That's it, more or less.
All I can tell you is gonna be some love.
Yeah, see, that's what happens at the end. Just kill him. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our podcast done and dusted for the day. We'd like to thank the team from EUPVE for coming out. Someone released a chicken. Absolutely wicked.
I'm sorry.
If you want to go and check out the server,
Sorry
we'll have
to
all
be
the
You
details.
said we are allowed to kill you after the end, so
Oh,
am
you-
I allowed to kill you?
You can shoot
Or
me
not?
now if you'd like to, 100%. You can be the ender. That was our podcast done and dusted.